Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. So today we are going to be creating a social media poster of a watch sales. So let's get started. So we're going to create a 500px by 500px size. So having that ready, we're going to first of all create our background, which is also 500px by 500px, and we'll disable our stroke and align it to the center of our board. So now we're going to add our media files. The file link is in the description below. So after having your media files imported, so let's get started. Now for our background, we're going to create a gradient. So the first one we're going to be using is this dark blue for this side. So this. So I'm just going to use my eyedropper. Then for the second side, we use the brighter color. Now we're not going to use it this way, but we're going to be using our radial gradient. So after having this, we'll go back to our gradient tool here and drag this out so that the vignette can be a little at the edge, not too much. So take it out, and I think this is okay, and select, and we're going to lock the background so that whenever we edit we can't move our background. Now we're going to add an overlay of this texture, so we'll align it. This is also 500 by 500, so it's a perfect square. So we'll come over to our transparent. If you don't have a transparent over here, you can come over to Windows and click on, go down to transparency here, or use the shortcut of Shift Control F10. So with that, we're going to make use of overlay, and we'll reduce our opacity. You can use any opacity you want, but I'm going to be using the 30% opacity so that it will not be too sharp or too dull. So I will also lock this so we don't make changes to that. Now I'm going to add my watch, the image of our watch, and I'm going to increase it a little. I think this is perfect size, so let's also lock it. Now coming over to our write-ups and other designs on it. So the first one we're going to be having is our write-up, which says power. And going to be using let's change this to white and using bad cards regular this. So I'm just going to zoom in using the Alt key and your scroll button and duplicate it, and let's say best. So I'm going to align these two together and bring it to the middle. So let's leave that for now and go on with the second part, which is collection. Now we're not going to use this font for this, so we'll change our font to this and increase the size. I'm going to align it to the middle. Perfect. So these guys can now come in. I think I'll shift it a little. Like so. After that, we're going to create the shop now button. which is just going to be a rectangle. I think this size is okay, and let's align it to the center. So we're going to make use of these guys here to give it a rounded edge. So let's reduce this, okay, like so. Now as you can see, the watch is still looking not aligned to the middle, so we're going to unlock our watch, which is this, and take it up a little bit. And this guy a little bit up. Perfect. You can also increase it if you want to, so I'm going to increase mine a little bit and take it up. So I'm going to lock it again so we don't edit it anyhow. So next up, we're going to be adding some few designs on the artwork here. So I'm going to be making use of my ellipse tool. We're going to hide the fill and make use of our stroke. So let's leave it at white and give it a stroke width of, let's use 16. So I'm going to bring it over to this corner here, over here. Now before we go on, so I'm going to make this blend in with our design here. So I'm going to be going to my transparency and changing it to overlay. So it gives it this kind of bluish color. So can drag it in a little and duplicate using our Alt key, and make sure you duplicate it so the two of them can be equal, and scale inside a little bit so we can have this. So this is just what you're going to see. So with that, I will just duplicate these guys now using the Alt key and taking it this way also. Perfect. We'll make use of our ellipse tool again. So let's zoom in so we can. So I'm going to remove my stroke and give it a fill this time. So I'll reduce this a little bit. Now I will duplicate twice, then select this 3, duplicate it down, I will highlight everything and group them so we don't move each other anyhow. So with that, I'm going to place it at the top here. Let's close that panel. So I'm going to place it right here. So let's duplicate this now so I can put it at the other side. So we'll take this guy, now we're going to create the small circles behind our watch to give it this dynamic design. So we're going to create just a white ellipse tool. So you see it's at the front of your watch, but we don't want that. So we're going to go over to our layer panel and take this behind our watch. Now as you can see, this is our watch linked file. So we're going to put it behind it so it goes behind. So I'm going to go over to my transparency and overlay. So you can also use it as a blue color outside instead of using overlay as you wish, but for now I'm going to be using overlay. So I'm going to leave the transparency at 100%. So I'll scale this down, then add a few more circles. So I think this is okay. Now let's add some colors to our design. So for this, our best, we're going to be using the orange color at the top here. Then we can actually overlay this to give it this sort of bluish, light bluish color. So I'm going to overlay, but it's not bright enough. So what do? We're going to bring in a new color scheme, which is over here. So now we've added a new color scheme, which is this over here. So we're going to give it this color. So I'm going to use my eyedropper and click on this. So we have a lighter blue color there. So I think we should reduce this size a little bit. I think that's okay. Then for our button here, we have the same orange, and we're going to be using the same font. So let's just duplicate, right click and bring to front. So we're going to be saying shop now. So I'm going to select the two of them together, shop now and this, and we align the two of them together. So we're going to change this color to white, pure white. Now at the bottom here, we're going to be adding our details. The details, if you want to add your website. So I'm going to add my website icon and the address. So for this font, we're going to be using Roboto, and I will group this and align to the middle. Perfect. So let's go on to having the 50% off limited offer. So I'm going to click and we'll use 50 first of all, change it to white, and we're going to be using this font. So we're going to use this like this, and let's take this down over here, and that's perfect. So now let's also add some other features to our design so this place doesn't look too empty. So I'm going to take this guy and duplicate and place it randomly around different places. Okay, so after that, now you can add your logo. So I'm going to add our logo over here. So I'll zoom in, and in order to not to make this place too rowdy, I'm going to delete this so that we can have just our logo at the top right here. So let's zoom out and see how it looks. Perfect. So we can also increase this a little bit. So now you can make adjustment to any part of the design you feel is not okay. So I'm going to go over to I'm going to increase, sorry. So I'll group this so it can just be one whole piece of design. So I'm going to align this. Make sure to always align your work. So with that done, I'm going to unlock every item I locked before. Then we're going to create another square, which is 500 by 500. So I will align this to the center so that we can mask every other design out. So with this, since we're done with that, we're going to delete this and have just this. So I'm going to select every single thing in my workspace, right click and make clipping mask. So with that, you have finally finished your poster design. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you get notified when we upload a new video. See you guys in the next video.